Good evening. Welcome to the show. You can see I'm in the studio. Started out a beautiful day. We've run through the whole thing. We went from cloudy and overcast and finally to thunder showers. So here we are indoors, but we had 10 races and they were not disturbed by the weather. We'll look at them right after this. It's for 4-year-olds and up, claiming tags 18 down to 16. Heavy favorite, 3 to 5 on Unreal Mo with Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. Unreal Mo and Nick's Court going up for the lead. Nick's Court and Unreal Mo heads apart for the early lead. Feeney Cassette is racing in third. And then it's Valioso in fourth. Magic's back. Running in fifth. Towards the inside is a Line Pro in sixth, and Sheila's Ice trails the field. The first quarter goes in 21 2/5 seconds, and it is Unreal Mo and Nick's Court stride for stride for the lead. A gap of 3.5 lengths now to Feeney Cassette running in third. Then it's Valioso in, Line Pro and Magic's back, and farther back is Sheila's Ice. Nick's Court and Unreal Mo are still together as they hit the head of the stretch. The half mile in 44 2. The closes are coming now on the outside. Here's Feeney Cassette. Also gaining ground is Magic's back. Feeney Cassette is in front. Magic's back on the outside is second. Then it's Line Pro in third. Valioso in, looking for racing room. 100 yards to the wire. Feeney Cassette, Magic's back. It's going to be tight. It looked like Feeney Cassette might have helped.
Beautiful finish here. Unreal Mo is not the old Unreal Mo. He wouldn't have been put away so easily by Nick's Court. Bit over bet considering his recent races. But look at this finish from the two closers. Feeney Cassette gets the jump on the other one. Grand Champ Stable, Mitch Friedman, Jorge Chavez. 864, 54, 80. Magic's back momentarily had a check. 584, 40. Line Pro 810. The 9-4, 36, 20. The second race, a mile and a 16th. These are maidens. They are 3 and up. There's no prohibitive favorite. There seems to be money for the inside 5 horses.
And they're off. Julian's Island stumbled a bit at the start. Time Terminator is way well on the outside, and Julian's Island is going right up there to challenge. Time Terminator, a short lead. Julian's Island is next, then it's Odyssey's Trail in third. Longwoods is running in fourth, and Simply Bob and Fighting Bob, and trailing the field is Whiteacre in seventh. They continue down the back stretch. The opening quarter in 23 3/5 seconds. On the outside, Time Terminator by a head. Julian's Island is running in second, and Odyssey's Trail is next in third. And comes Simply Bob and Fighting Bob, and a gap of 2.5 now to Whiteacre and Longwoods. They move for the far turn. It is Time Terminator in front, the opening half mile in 46 4. Time Terminator leading. On the outside, Julian's Island. Fighting Bob has advanced into third. Then it's Odyssey's Trail and Simply Bob, followed on the outside by Longwoods and Whiteacre, who's now coming through between horses. Moving for the head of the stretch. On the inside, it's Time Terminator, and on the outside is Julian's Island, and Julian's Island goes up to get the lead. Time Terminator is back in second. Then it's Fighting Bob running in third, followed by Whiteacre, heading for the 16th pole. Julian's Island looking to pull off the upset here, and he's going to do just that. Julian's Island winning by 4 lengths.
Well, the fans couldn't make their minds up among the inside 5, so the outside 2 run 1-2. Neither one easy to come up with. Julian's Island 2 off a layoff, you might say that, and it is Mike Smith. But other than that, very hard to come up with this horse. They were 1-2 around the track. Julian's Island taking over at the top of the stretch. James G. Sasandis, John Forbes, and Mike Smith. 34.40, that's with Mike Smith. 15.60 and 9. Time Terminator, 11.28.40. Fighting Bob, $5. The Quinella, 6.776, 119.50. The Exacta, 6.7, $255. And the double, 9 and 6, $163. On to the third. This is 5 furlongs. These are maiden filly 2-year-olds. The favorite, the number 8, exclusive hold, Jerry Bailey.
In the gate. And they're off. Going for the lead is Harlingen. On the outside, exclusive hold is moving up, and exclusive hold gets the lead. Harlingen running in second. That's Copeland's Miss, now in third. Rebel Bell racing in fourth. It's a gap of 3 to Ray of Happiness. On the outside, Sarah's Sparklers. The two trailers are Maddie's Pick and Snowy Apparition. The quarter in 22 and 3. Exclusive hold in front by a length. Harlingen on the outside is second. Rebel Bell is gaining ground towards the inside. Then it's Copeland's Mist. Exclusive hold is in front. Harlingen driving on the outside. Copeland's Mist also moves up from third. Then it's Rebel Bell. A 16th to the finish. Exclusive hold holding on. Copeland's Mist on the outside, and Harlingen, it will be exclusive hold by a little.
These fillies do nothing to threaten yesterday's track record. Not a very exciting bunch, but a good finish nonetheless. Exclusive hold, a bargain basement purchase by John Kimmel for Michael Zerolo, is going to win at first asking with Jerry Bailey up. She goes off at the favorite, and it took a while for them to make her the chalk, as you can see, almost 5-2. 690, 380, 280. Copeland's Miss 4,260. Harlingen 280. The 8-1 exacta, $26.80. Here's the fourth, 7 furlongs. These are 3 and up. Non-winners. This is an allowance condition race. Heavy, heavy favorite on the outside. Peaks and Valleys returns to the races with Julie Crone.
And they're off. Going for the lead is Galapiad's Moment. King's Fiction now ranges up. King's Fiction. Galapiad's Moment on the outside, 3 diamonds. Those 3 across the track, and the big favorite, Peaks and Valleys, right behind in fourth. Then it's a gap of 2 to Come On Flip, and trailing is Meadow Time. It is King's Fiction on the inside. In between horses, Galapiad's Moment, and on the outside, 3 diamonds. Those 3 still scrambling for the lead. Peaks and Valleys now starting to move on the outside from fourth. Then it's Come On Flip, and farther back is Meadow Time. The quarter 1 in 22 and 4. They're midway around the turn. King's Fiction on the outside. Peaks and Valleys. Those 2 now heads apart. 3 diamonds is running in third. Then it's Galapiad's Moment. Come On Flip is gaining some ground. The half mile in 45 and 2. They're at the head of the stretch. King's Fiction and Peaks and Valleys, and Peaks and Valleys goes on now to get the lead. Come On Flip continues to rally on the outside. King's Fiction is back in third. Then it's 3 diamonds. An 1/8 of a mile to the finish. Peaks and Valleys by 3 lengths now. Come On Flip is second. Farther back is 3 diamonds. It will be Peaks and Valleys. Impressive in his...
Billy Mott has so many good horses. He can afford to keep great ones in Saratoga. Peaks and Valleys is the 3rd to come down from Saratoga for Billy and win. But this is a good one. Pin Oak Stable, Billy Mott and Julie Crone, Peaks and Valleys. 280, 230, 210. Come On Flip, 480, 210. 3 diamonds, 210. The 1/6 is $12. That's the Quinella. The exact is not much more. The 6-1, $13. And the pick 3, the 686, 3 of 3, $254.50. Here's the 5th, the mile and a 16th over the inner turf. These are fillies and mares 3 and up. Non-winners a race other than maiden, claiming starter, or restricted. The favorite here, the number 5, Henlopen, Jose Santos.
And they're off. Dynasty away well from the inside. Ellicad's Burglar on the outside. Leitrim Light moving up. Also gaining ground, the Sky is the Limit. On the outside is Addie's Finale, followed by Aliinda. Then comes Henlopen and Thunder Achiever. Taylor's Mark is running in 9th, and the trailer is What a Way to Go in 10th. They've straightened away now and are moving down the back stretch. It's Dynasty, and on the outside, Leitrim Light. Those 2 heads apart for the lead. Right behind is the Sky's the Limit running in 3rd. The opening quarter in 25 and 2 over the good turf. Leitrim Light on the outside, now with a neck in front of Dynasty. The Sky is the Limit running in third. Gaining ground is Ellicat's Burglar. Henlopen has now advanced to fifth. On the outside is Taylor's Mark running in sixth. Then it's Thunder Achiever and Addie's Finale, followed by Alienda. The trailer is still what a way to go. The half mile in 49 seconds as they move around the turn. Dynasty on the inside, leading by a neck. In between horses, Leitrim Light. On the outside, The Sky's the Limit. Henlopen is between horses, running in fourth. On the outside, Taylor's Mark. Ellicat's Burglar will come through on the inside. They're at the head of the stretch, and Dynasty is in front here. Dynasty by a length and a half. Ellicat's Burglar running in second. The Sky is the Limit on the outside in third. Henlopen in the middle of the course. Then it's Thunder Achiever down on the hedge. They're coming for the 16th pole. Dynasty in front. Ellicat's Burglar on the outside to challenge. Dynasty, Ellicat's Burglar. It's going to be tight. Ellicat's Burglar won it by a head.
Even though he's a friend of mine, I love to kid him. He's done a wonderful job, Howie Tesha has, with Ellicat's Burglar. She ran her heart out in the Mount Vernon for Robbie Davis and got beat a neck. Today, she picks up 11 pounds in this open allowance race, and she's about to wear down Dynasty, making her first start on the turf for Gary Siaka. They try to put over Dynasty, but Ellicat's Burglar foiled their plot. Arthur Klein, Howard M. Tesha, Robbie Davis, and 123 pounds. 9:45, 43.60. Dynasty, 14 and 7:30. Thunder Achiever, 4.60. The 4-1s, 104.50. Try, 412, $452. The sprint is the 3 and up. Now when is a race other than Maiden claiming a starter. The favorite here, the number 2, King of All, Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. King of All is away for the lead. Down on the inside is Sunnyside running in second. Kate's Genuine Hope in third. Then it's Willful Joe. On the outside, the Giant Killer in fifth. Reverend O&G is sixth. Prospector's Pet is seventh. Crafty Mist trails. King of All and Sunnyside for the lead. King of All has the lead by a half length. Sunnyside is second, the opening quarter in 22 and 1. Willful Joe has now gained ground into third. Kate's Genuine Hope racing in fourth. Then it's Reverend O&G picking it up now from fifth. On the outside is Prospector's Pet and the Giant Killer, and Crafty Mist still trails. Coming for the quarter pole, it's King of All in front. Willful Joe on the outside is second. The half mile in 45 and 1. It is King of All in front now by 3.5 lengths. Reverend O&G is moving into second. Willful Joe back in third. On the outside, then it's the Giant Killer. A 16th to the wire, and King of All is pouring it on here. It's King of All winning by 6.
They were only betting 2 horses in this race, King of All and Willful Joe. And Willful Joe appeared with new front bandages. You might have leaned to the favorite. If you did, you won. Michael Tabor, D. Wayne Lucas, Jerry Bailey, King of All, 540, 370, 260. Reverend O&G, 680, 450. Willful Joe, 280. The 2-3, $37.80. The 7th race, a mile. These are 3-year-olds. It's an allowance race, and there is a heavy favorite here. The number 3, Rob. Guess who's riding? Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. Fiery Jennifer going for the lead. Wavering Warrior came away well on the outside. Rob is running in third in the early going. Down on the inside is Will's Way in fourth, and then it's Instant Friendship. Move down the back stretch, and there goes Rob right to the front. Jerry Bailey puts the favorite on the lead. It's Rob in front by a length. Fiery Jennifer, Will's Way, and Wavering Warrior all heads apart. Instant Friendship continues in fifth. The opening quarter in 22 and 3. It's Rob in front by a neck. Will's Way has come through now to be second. A length and a half to Fiery Jennifer and Wavering Warrior. Instant Friendship is still in fifth. A half mile to the finish, the opening half in 45 seconds. It's Rob on the outside and Will's Way on the inside. They're heads apart for the lead. It's a length and a half to Instant Friendship, Wavering Warrior, and Fiery Jennifer. They come for the head of the stretch. Rob on the outside with a narrow lead. Will's Way at the rail in second. Now Instant Friendship has gained ground on the outside. They're in the stretch. Rob is in front. Jerry Bailey continues to ride confidently here. Now he goes to the whip on Rob. On the outside is Instant Friendship running in second. Will's Way back in third. They're at the 16th pole. Jerry Bailey all out now on Rob. Will's Way coming back on the inside. Instant Friendship on the outside. Will's Way is going to win it. Will's Way by a...
Well, Jerry fooled John Imbriali. He thought Rob was being confidently ridden. He was being confidently ridden. But if you look at it on speed ratings, these first three horses were about even. Rob a bit overbet at 3 to 5. Will's Way up the inside for H. James Bond and Jorge Chavez wins the race. For the Rutland stable, William Clifton Jr. and Chavez, 830, 470, 210. Instant Friendship, 410, 210. Rob, 210. The 1-2 exacta, $30.20. On to the 8th, a mile and a quarter on the inner turf is an open race, and allowance for fillies and mares 3 and up. Non-winners are 2 other than maiden, claimer, starter, or restricted. And look at that board.
And they're off. Thunder Magic and Whoopee sponsored on the inside. Tone Zone is ranging up now from the outside post position. It is Whoopee towards the inside with Thunder Magic in between, and on the outside Tone Zone. Those three battling for the early lead. Mystic Mel is running in fourth. It's Brisset down on the hedge in fifth. On the outside is Farista running in sixth. They Call Me Charlie is seventh. Francia on the inside. Guibo on the outside. Then comes Dinner Diamond in 10th. Sponsored is back in 11th, and All Glory trails the field. The opening quarter in 24 and 4/5 seconds. Tone Zone has made the lead here. It's Tone Zone in front. Whoopee running in second. Thunder Magic is a close-up third. Then Mystic Mel, and on the outside Farista. Their heads apart fourth and fifth. They Call Me Charlie inching up now from sixth. On the outside is Guibo in seventh. Then Brisset, followed by Francia. Dinner Diamond, All Glory, and Sponsored is back in 12th. The half mile in 49 and 3. Tone Zone continues to lead. Thunder Magic now gains on the outside. Farista and Whoopee heads apart third and fourth. Then it's Mystic Mel. On the outside is They Call Me Charlie. Guibo is right there. Francia now running in seventh, and Dinner Diamond is eighth. Tone Zone is still in front. Thunder Magic is running in second. Then it's Farista and Guibo. Whoopee will need racing room towards the inside. Sponsored has now gained on the outside. They're in the stretch. Tone Zone, Thunder Magic, Whoopee looking for room on the outside. Farista, Dinner Diamond is now coming on. Sponsored out in the middle of the course. Francier is there in between. A 16th to the wire. It's Sponsored and Dinner Diamond. Dinner Diamond a short lead. Sponsored. Francier is there in third. Dinner Diamond wins by a half length.
Read your conditions carefully on these races. They exclude restricted stakes. The horse winning this race, this mare has won 6 races on the turf in her lifetime. Nobody else in this race won more than 2. She had a bit of an edge. She got a good trip, got through anyway under Cornelio Velasquez to win it for Bob DeBonis and Freddie Corrado. Dinner Diamond, 1180, 670, 480. This big long shot didn't want to go in the gate, Sponsored, but it did want to hit the board, 2640, 1580. Francia, 480. The exacta 9-4, 329.50. The try, 946, $2,425. The pick 3, 219, $160. And the pick 6, 6 of 6, 1,921, 5 of 6, 37.80. On to the feature, the mile and 1/8, Grade 1, Mother Goose, 40th running, $200,000. These are 3-year-old fillies. The favorite, the number 3, Asina with Pat Day.
And they're off. Double D's on the extreme outside. Little Miss Fast is moving up now, and Little Miss Fast has the lead. Double D's and Asina now heads apart second and third. Cara Raffaella is running in fourth. Yanks Music is in fifth, about 6 lengths from the lead. Then it's Masabi Maiden, and the long shot Mama Dean trails the field. They race down the backstretch after an opening quarter in 22 seconds. It is Little Miss Fast, closest to the rail with the lead by a half length. The New York bred Double D's on the outside is second, and in between those two is Asina right there in third. It's a gap of 4.5 lengths to Cara Raffaella. Then it's Yanks Music, a gap of 6 or 7 to Masabi Maiden, and Mama Dean still trails. The 3-year-old fillies approach the far turn. On the inside, it is Little Miss Fast. Right alongside now is Asina, and those two are heads apart for the lead. The half mile in a strong 44-1, and Asina now emerges with the lead. Asina is in front. Little Miss Fast is dropping back. Cara Raffaella has gained ground, and Yanks Music is moving well on the extreme outside. They're headed for the quarter pole in the Mother Goose, and Asina is in front. Cara Raffaella, and on the outside, Yanks Music. They're at the head of the stretch. Asina with the lead. Yanks Music driving on the outside. Cara Raffaella is back in third. It's Asina and Pat Day trying to hold on. Yanks Music and John Velasquez on the outside. They're headed for the 16th pole. It's Asina still in front. Yanks Music digging down on the outside. Their heads apart. Asina, Yanks Music. They come for the line. It's tight. Yanks Music wins the Mother.
She should have won the Acorn, but she got into traffic problems. No problem today. She circles the field, and under a real intense whipping by John Velasquez, she's going to get this filly up. Early on in the wagering, she was the favorite, and she had never gone the distance. But in the end, Asina was the favorite, and Yanks Music the second choice. Michael Fennessy, Audrey Hastings, Cooper, Leo O'Brien, who says it's the best dirt filly he ever trained. John Velasquez, his son-in-law, up. 620, 320, 230. Asina, 250, 210. Cara Raffaella, 220. The exacta 5-3, 1260. Try 5-3-2, 2560. Here's the 10th, a mile on the Widener, 4 and up, claiming tags 40 down to 30. The favorite here, the number 4, Golden Explosive, Jose Santos.
And they're off. Golden Explosive towards the inside, goes for the lead. Dynamite Laugh. And Jason Dean now moving up. Known Ranger is running in 4th. Towards the inside, it's Tashanik, next in 5th. Z-Buck is right there. Moving up on the outside is Collegiate Prince. Then comes September Wins. On the outside is Wavering Man. Then it's Hypo Runner, followed by His Turn to Win. And Get Behind Me is 12th and last. The first quarter in 23 1/5 seconds. Golden Explosive continues to lead by a little more than a length. Dynamite Laugh running in second. Now Known Ranger has gained ground towards the inside. It's 2 lengths to Jason Dean and Collegiate Prince. Then comes Wavering Man. Towards the inside now, Get Behind Me has gained ground as they move for the far turn. Golden Explosive by a neck. Dynamite Laugh on the outside runs in second. Known Ranger is still in third. Wavering Man has gained ground into 4th. Then it's Jason Dean. Down on the inside is Get Behind Me. Collegiate Prince in between horses. On the extreme outside there is Z-Buck. They're at the head of the stretch now. Golden Explosive and Dynamite Laugh with Known Ranger now charging up on the outside. Z-Buck is also gaining ground from 4th. Down on the inside it is Hypo Runner, then Wavering Man. Known Ranger has taken the lead. Z-Buck now running in second. Get Behind Me coming on through now from 3rd. They're at the 16th pole, and it will be Known Ranger going on to victory. It's going to be tight for second. Get Behind.
The 10-year-old just looked like he wanted to run every step of the way. Richard Migliore had him in position, and he just fired today. And he wins it for Stephen Myron, and a training double for Bob DeBonis. Could be both his horses. Bob DeBonis gets a double. Migliore up 23-20, 13 and 880. Get Behind Me, 1680, 740. Z-Buck took one bad step in the stretch, 5 to show. The 8-3's 398. Try 837, 1592. The double, the late one, 5 and 8, $73. All the scratches tomorrow at this time. Watch the weather report. Let's hope we have another great day like today. Good night. May the horse be with you.
He is moving like a tremendous machine.
Good evening. Welcome to the show. As you can see, a beautiful day here at Belmont Park. We had a nice crowd, and we had 10 races plus the simulcast, the Ohio Derby. We'll get to our 10 right after this. Here's the opener today. This is a sprint. These are maiden 3 and up. They are state breds, and the favorite is the number 9 Calculating Mike Smith.
And they're off. Goosander and Little Maine away well. Down on the inside, it's Siege and City Appeal. Calculating on the outside is running in 5th. Then Scarface in 6th. Double Reverse is 7th. Coppa Kiss has moved up now to be 8th. Then on the outside is Omni 7, followed by Brijo Kyrie, and the trailer has come from afar. The quarter goes in 22 and 2. As they move around the turn, it is Siege and City Appeal. Down on the inside now, Scarface is moving up to be 3rd. Goosander is back and forth. Calculating will be 5 wide as they come for the head of the stretch. Coppa Kiss next running in 6th. Then it's Omni 7, followed by Little Maine and Double Reverse. They're at the head of the stretch. Scarface comes off the turn with the lead. Calculating on the outside, running in 2nd. Omni 7 is gaining ground as they pass the 8th pole. Scarface under the whip. Calculating is running in 2nd, a 16th to the finish. Scarface in front now by 2.5. Calculating is 2nd, then Omni 7. Scarface wins by 3. Calculating.
Well, if you caught talking horses, Andy Serling said Scarface would probably win, and Calculating runs 2nd. Not bad there. Tallow Aaron Stable, Angel Cordero Jr. and Art Madrid Scarface. 10-20, 540, 330. Calculating 4-270. Omni 7, 540. The exacta 1-9. $37. There's a late scratch in the 2nd. It's 5 furlongs maiden, 2-year-olds. Number 4's out. There will be a conso. Favorite here, the number 2 Dancing Outlaw, and a ton of money for Private Buck Trout.
And they're off. Towards the inside, that's Dancing Outlaw going for the lead. Gestalt is 2nd on the outside. Bombay Gold at the rail is Stake Scam. Then comes Private Buck Trout running in 5th. Truman C is 6th, and Volare Vento in 7th. Midway around the turn, Dancing Outlaw by 3/4 of a length. Gestalt is running in 2nd. Then it's a gap of a length and a half to Stake Scam on the rail, followed by Bombay Gold. Private Buck Trout is under the whip. The opening quarter in 22 and 1. They're at the quarter pole. Dancing Outlaw has the lead. Jerry Bailey taking a peek back. Dancing Outlaw is in front. Gestalt in 2nd. Here comes Truman C on the outside. As they pass the 8th pole, Dancing Outlaw now under the whip. Here comes Bombay Gold in the middle of the course. Bombay Gold and Truman C. Dancing Outlaw, Stake Scam at the rail. Bombay Gold will win. It was tight for 2nd.
And I think it was Mike Watchmaker who said that John Kimmel usually buys bargain basement horses. Gave 95 for this one. A lot of money for him. Winner at first asking. Kentucky Blue Stables, Eddie 6. John Kimmel, Jorge Chavez. 1260, 840, 670. Stake Scam up the rail to Summer Vale, 1740, 1060. Truman C, 560. Quinella 1771, 114. Exacta 71, 191.50. 2 doubles. The 1-4, that's the conso, is 990. The 1-7, 55.50. Here's the 3rd. They're going a mile to 16th. These are 3 and up. Now one is a race other than maiden claiming a starter. The favorite, number 5 Action, Robbie Davis.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Exelite towards the inside. There goes Air Chocolate moving up now. Action broke well. It's Air Chocolate and Action. Heads apart. Exelite on the inside running in 3rd. Landing Zone is 4th, and the trailer is Private Cody. They move down the backstretch, and Air Chocolate has the lead now by more than a length. Action on the outside, 2nd by a neck, and Exelite at the rail in 3rd. It's 2 lengths to Landing Zone and a gap of 6 to Private Cody. The first quarter in a soft 24 seconds. It's Air Chocolate by 3/4 of a length. Action continues to run in 2nd. Now Landing Zone has gained ground into third. Exelite remains on the rail in fourth, a gap of 7 to Private Cody. Approaching the half-mile pole, it's Air Chocolate in action now on even terms. The opening half went in 47-1. Air Chocolate on the inside and action on the outside, stride for stride for the lead. It's a length and a half to Exelite. Landing zone is right there in fourth, a gap of 5 to Private Cody. They move for the head of the stretch, and action in between horses, a short lead. Exelite is now there on the outside, and Exelite goes up to take the lead. Action is running in second. Air Chocolate is back in third. Exelite in front now by a length and a half. Action and Air Chocolate heads apart second and third. Exelite has the lead by 3 lengths.
Good chance to plug Inside Racing. Mark Hennig, the talented trainer of Exelite, is the trainer of the winner here. Team Valor Stable, the owner, John Velasquez up. 670, 3210, Action 3220, Air Chocolate 210, Exacta 15, $18.60. Another bunch of maidens, 5 furlongs, 2-year-olds, and we have one of the fastest horses in the world here. Number 1, Crown Ambassador with Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. Crown Ambassador down on the inside. There goes Rapid Robin. Big Friendly came away in third. Moose Bay on the outside moves up. Then it's Smoke Signal, followed by Tasso's Prophet. At the back of the pack, King Rahi and Summer Shower. To move around the turn, Rapid Robin is in front, but there goes Crown Ambassador and Moose Bay up to challenge. Big Friendly is right behind the front 3, running in fourth. 3.5 lengths to King Rahi and Smoke Signal. Then down on the inside, Tasso's Prophet, and trailing is Summer Shower. They're at the head of the stretch. Rapid Robin in front. Moose Bay driving on the outside. Big Friendly running in third. Crown Ambassador has tailed off into fourth. Here's a late move on the extreme outside from Smoke Signal, but they're at the 16th pole, and Rapid Robin is in front by 4 or 5 lengths. On the outside, Smoke Signal, Rapid Robin wins.
If you like this horse, be thankful they bet Crown Ambassador, because off its first start, it would have been a heavy favorite. That's first-time Lasix. Oxenberg, the Can-Am stable, Stanley Huff. Stanley's the trainer. Jorge Chavez, Rapid Robin. 690, 420, and 3. Smoke Signal, 630, 430. Big Friendly, $5 to show. The Exacta 6 and 7, $44.60. Quinella, I'm sorry, the Exacta $70. The Quinella 6776 is $44.60. And the pick 3, the old 716, 3 of 3 gives you $124.50. Here's the 5th, the mile and a 16th on the inner turf. These are 3-year-olds, claiming tags 40 down to 35. We have a claim here. The lukewarm favorite, number 5, Demise Brett, will go to Rene Arrea.
And they're off. Mr. Sirius broke well. Gaining ground now, there goes Grand Chief. And Grand Chief is up to get the lead. Mr. Sirius, hooray for Evan, heads apart second and third. Designer Prospect running in fourth. Demi's Bread is next in fifth. Then it's a gap of 2 lengths to Coach Warner and Fire Sticks. Their heads apart. Next comes Man Act in 8th. Easily is 9th. And farther back is Night School running in 10th. The first quarter in 25 seconds. It is Grand Chief leading it by a little more than a length. Mr. Sirius is in second, and Hooray for Evan is running in third. Designer Prospect is fourth, 3.5 lengths from the lead. Then a gap of 3 to Demi's Bread and Fire Sticks. On the outside is Coach Warner. A big gap now of 7 or 8 lengths back to Easily Man Act, and Night School is being pulled up. The half mile in 48 and 4. They move for the turn. Mr. Sirius now goes up to challenge Grand Chief for the lead. They are heads apart now. Designer Prospect running in third. Demi's Brett going well in fourth. On the outside is Coach Warner, now a closer fifth. Then it's Fire Sticks and Hooray for Evan. They're at the head of the stretch. Grand Chief, Mr. Sirius are still together. Designer Prospect moves up. Demi's Brett looking for racing room. They're at the 8th pole, 4 of them across the track, and Demi's Brett now splits horses to get the lead. Demi's Brett is in front. Grand Chief is running in second. Then it's Mr. Sirius They come down for the line. Demi's Brett wins by a half.
Monmouth Park's leading rider, Joe Bravo, makes the trip up here for the day and wins with this one. Richard G on Paul Kopach and Joe Bravo. Demi's Brett, 790, 470, 370. First time turf appeals to Grand Chief. 1380, 720. Mr. Sirius, 550. 5.6 is 156. Try 562, $606. Here's the 6th, the mile and a 16th, widen the turf, 3 and up. Now one is a 2 other than maiden a claiming. Heavy favorite here, the number 5, Covina, Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. Sir Bert and Faroma out well on the extreme outside. C Salute now out to win is moving up. And also gaining ground there is Baroque. It's Baroque on the extreme outside. Sir Bert on the inside there, heads apart for the lead with Faroma now running in third. Then comes C Salute out to win and I'll Not Comply. They're all heads apart. Palm Freezer and Covina are side by side in a gap of 4.5 lengths to Skipton and Secret of Funny. The first quarter in 23 seconds. It is Baroque in front by 3/4 of a length. Sir Bert running in second. It's a length and a quarter to Faroma next in third. Now the favorite Covina has gained ground on the inside and is moving up from fourth. Baroque and Sir Bert heads apart for the lead. That's Covina down on the inside. Faroma alongside, heads apart third and fourth. Then a gap of 3 lengths to C Salute, who has tailed off some in fifth. Palm Freezer on the outside is sixth. Then I'll Not Comply and Skipton. They come for the head of the stretch. Baroque still with a narrow lead. Covina coming through an opening towards the inside, and Covina now gets the lead. Faroma gains ground on the outside. Palm Freezer looking for racing room. Skipton is also gaining ground there at the 8th pole, and Palm Freezer has come through to get the lead. Skipton on the outside, driving in second, a 16th to the wire. Palm Freezer in front, then it's Skipton and Faroma. Palm Freezer
wins. If Covina came up empty, and boy did he, this horse probably would have been the chalk. As it is, Covina nothing, Palm Freezer gets it, at a big price actually. Fertile Acres Farm, Gary Siaka, Mike Smith picks up the mount. 1185, 2380, Skipton, 810, 470. Faroma, 1080 to show. The 9-2 exacta, $70.50. On to the 7th. This is 6.5 furlongs, 4 and up at allowance conditions. The favorites here, well, there's a couple of them, Cold Execution and Mr. Chocolate.
And they're off. Cold Execution, closest to the rail, gets the lead. Then it's Sakim and Mr. Chocolate, and on the outside, Stark Ridge. Pat and Jack is running in 5th, and May I Inquire is 6th. Cold Execution joined now by Mr. Chocolate. And they're heads apart for the lead. Stark Ridge right behind in 3rd. Sakim on the inside in 4th. Then it's May I Inquire and Pat and Jack. The opening quarter goes in 23 seconds. Cold Execution by a half length. Mr. Chocolate is running in 2nd, and Stock Ridge is on the outside in 3rd. Then it's May I Inquire, Sakim, and Pat and Jack. They're coming for the head of the stretch. Cold Execution on the outside, Stock Ridge. In between those two is Mr. Chocolate. That's Stock Ridge on the outside, now getting the lead. May I Inquire is gaining ground towards the inside. Cold Execution. Pat and Jack is looking for racing room. An 1/8 of a mile to the finish. Stark Ridge with the lead. May I Inquire on the outside. Pat and Jack towards the inside. 100 yards to the wire. Stark Ridge holding on. May I Inquire second. Stark Ridge wins.
They were a hot combination before, and they're a hot combination here at Belmont. The Gyromons and Leroy Jolly pick up another one. Mike Smith, 2 in a row for Mike. 18, 780, and 4 for Stark Ridge. May I Inquire, 480, 320. Pat and Jack, 340. The exacta, 6 and 1, $67. We're on to the 8th, 1.25 miles on the inner turf, 4 and up. Now one is a 3 other than. Favorite here, the inside horse, Cope and Garden, Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. Select Session, Validate, Lenny's Wild again, Seattle Baby on the outside. They're all away well. And now down on the inside, there goes Highest Cafe. Highest Cafe goes up to get the lead. Select Session is running in second. Then it's Lenny's Wild again, followed by Copen Garden. Seattle Baby is running in fifth. Validate is now in sixth. Then it's Same Old Wish and Lunatic Luke. Next comes NB Forest, and King Protea is 10th. The first quarter in 24-1. Highest Cafe leads the field towards the backstretch. It's Highest Cafe by a length and a half. Select Session and Lenny's Wild again heads apart second and third. Seattle Baby is up close, running in fourth. Down on the inside is the favorite Copen Garden, next in fifth. Then it's 2 lengths to Same Old Wish, Validate, and Lunatic Luke. Trailing the field, King Protea and NB Forest. The half mile over the good going in 49 seconds. Highest Cafe continues to lead. Highest Cafe in front by 2.5 lengths. Select Session is second by a head. On the outside is Lenny's Wild again in third. Copen Garden kept towards the inside in fourth. And Seattle Baby is on the outside in fifth. Now Same Old Wish is picking it up a bit from sixth. Validate towards the inside in seventh. Then it's Lunatic Luke. The field moves forward ahead of the stretch, and Highest Cafe is still there. Highest Cafe by 2 lengths. Select Session is running in second. Copen Garden is third. Seattle Baby on the extreme outside is running in fourth. Validate with nowhere to go towards the inside. Same Old Wish also looking for running room. NB Forest is kicking in late. It's Seattle Baby, NB Forest, Copen Garden, and Select Session. Same Old Wish still trying to come through. NB Forest has the lead. Then it's Seattle Baby. It will be NB Forest to win. It was...
This is a real roller derby move. As soon as you saw them collapse, you knew NB Forest had a good shot of running by, and he did under Robbie Davis. For Ernie Frobos, Jamie Whittington, Robbie up, NB Forest, 17.595.60, very close for second, as close as it can be. Seattle Baby, 435.90, Same Old Wish, 344.50. The exacta 6.8 is 48.60. Try exacta 6.9, 41.20. Try 689, $229. Try 698 is 202.50. The pick 3, the 966, 3 of 3, $1,257. And the pick 6 today, 6 of 6, $42,676. 5 of 6, $646. The 9th race, 49th running of the Prioris. Grade 2, $100,000 added. These are 3-year-olds, as good a bunch as you're going to see. The favorites on the inside, Capote Bell with John Velasquez.
And they're off. Echo, Echo, Echo going for the lead. Capote Bell came away well, and Capote Bell is right alongside of Echo, Echo, Echo. Ruby Baby is running in third. Highland Vixen on the outside in fourth. Stop Traffic is running in fifth. Top Secret in between horses is sixth. Then it's Hello Brian in seventh, followed by Flat Fleet Feet, Miss Maggie, and Desiderosa. The opening quarter goes in 21-3 as they move around the turn. Echo, 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 and Capote Bell. They're on even terms as they move around the turn. It's a gap of 2.5 lengths to Ruby Baby running in third. Highland Vixen is next in fourth. Then it's Hello Brian. Down on the inside is Stop Traffic. Flat Fleet Feet has gained some ground on the outside, but is still 7 or 8 lengths from the lead as they hit the head of the stretch. The half mile in 44-2, and Capote Bell has opened up here. It's Capote Bell by 4.5 lengths. Flat Fleet Feet on the outside with a Ruby Baby. Miss Maggie is coming on late. They're coming for the 16th pole, but Capote Bell is well in front in the Prioris Stakes. She's going to win and win impressively. Capote Bell in 108-4.
We've seen a few good youngsters unveiled here. 3-year-old fillies, Capote Bell and Dan Seuss, and this is Capote Bell. What a race from the inside, challenged every step of the way. Robert and Luana Lowe, Dan Pites, John Velasquez wins both stakes this weekend. 6-3, 62.90. Flat Fleet Feet, 433.50. Miss Maggie, 570. The exacta 110, $30.20. Try 110.7, $228. Finale's a mile and 8. These are 4 and up. Claiming tags 14,000. The favorite here, the number 6, the drop down. Nat's Det with Jorge Chavez.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Regal Mike on the outside. It's John's Time is moving up, and Nat's Det is right there. They move down the chute. It's John's Time in front by a length now. Nat's Det, the favorite, running in second. It's a gap of 3 to Best Aquarian in third. Regal Mike, the outside, now in fourth. A Fleet Air is fifth. Then Bert's Bunch in sixth. Dancing Gator at the rail in seventh. And Harding Brown trails the field. The quarter in 23 1/5 seconds. It's John's Time continues to lead by a half length. Nat's Det is running in second, and now Dancing Gator has advanced into third. Best Aquarian runs in fourth. On the outside is Regal Mike. Then it's a Fleet Air, followed by Bert's Bunch and Harding Brown. The half mile goes in 47 1. And now it's between Dancing Gator and Nat's Det. They're heads apart for the lead. They've opened up 4 lengths now on Best Aquarian. Regal Mike on the go on the outside from fourth. It's John's Time has dropped back. Bert's Bunch moves into contention now. Then it's Harding Brown and a Fleet Air. Nat's Det on the outside. On the inside, Dancing Gator. Those two heads apart for the lead as they come for the quarter pole. Then it's Regal Mike, Best Aquarian, and Bert's Bunch. They're at the head of the stretch. Nat's Det on the outside. Dancing Gator at the rail. Here comes Bert's Bunch now, gaining ground from third. Bert's Bunch on the outside, going up to challenge the leaders. Bert's Bunch on the outside now gets the lead. Then it's Dancing Gator and Nat's Det, followed by Regal Mike. They come down for the line. Bert's Bunch, Dancing Gator coming back again on the inside. Dancing Gator, Bert's Bunch, too tight to call.
What a gutsy race Dancing Gator ran. Being in that speed duel all the way, but still cannot hold off Bert's Bunch, who wins it by a nose. The Juju Jen Stable and Calvin Moore and Robbie Davis. 744, 2270. Dancing Gator did fight back. $543. Nat's Det, what do I always tell you to do with drop downs? Put them on top and then throw them out. Nat's Det didn't hear me. $250 to show. The 4-3's $27.60. Try 436, $67. Double 1 and 4, $29.40. Well, 2 weeks after the Belmont Stakes, Sonny Hine took Carolyn Hine's skip away to Ohio with Jose Santos, and they win the race. 340, 260, 250. Victory Speech, that's D. Wayne Lucas and Renee Douglas. 340, 410. Long Shot Clash by Night, 750. The 11-2, favorites in order, 1040. Try 11-2-4, $91. Again, a reminder, Inside Racing Tuesday night, Mark Hennig, 31 years old, sitting on top of the world, has some really good horses, and one of the fillies that he's got is Dan Seuss, and that's the one who beat the winner today of the feature race. Should be a very exciting year as racing continues, but meet Mark Hennig and Races of the Week on Tuesday. Good night. May the horse be with you.